Hi guys, my name is Gurkiran Kaur and watch me live on Unacademy CAT4MBA channel. Today's session is on the IELTS practice test for speaking. The speaking test section takes about 15 minutes. So we'll do this session. We'll see what the topic is. We'll write down some points and we'll listen to a recording of how the person has spoken actually. So that's a practice test, and that is the practice test which will give you a band score of 8 in speaking. But before that, let me introduce to you myself. My name is Gurkiran Kaur. I'm a graduate from MICA. I'm passionate about dancing and reading, and I completed my MBA in 2019. And before that, I gave my CAT and my IELTS exam in 2016. Well, what is the Unacademy Advantage? Why should you join the Unacademy? Well, Unacademy is works on a schedule that is for you. In case you're interested to, take the morning class or the evening class, you can take any classes because we have unlimited number of classes going out throughout the day. You can choose to take your slot. There is no language barrier. Our educators teach in Hindi, English, Malayalam, Tamil, and 12 other Indian languages. You can learn anytime, anywhere. In case you're not able to attend the live session, you can watch the recorded version offline or online at the comfort of your device, with your laptop, PC, mobile, desktop, anything. You can interact with your educator, you can chat with them, engage in discussions one on one, ask your questions all while the class is going on. You can also get your doubts cleared, ask your doubts and get them answered immediately while the class is going on. You can answer live polls, you can participate in them and compete for a place in the leaderboard. You have live tests and quizzes which you can take, curated in line with the exam pattern to measure your progress and stay on track. And you get like a detailed report and analysis also of the same, to see how well you performed and where you need improvement. Of course, apart from them, loads and loads of learning material and PDFs, which you can get access to a lot of notes with educator annotations as well, so you know which topic is important and where to refer to. So, these are part of the CAT Plus Unacademy Plus subscription offering. We also have the Unacademy Iconic subscription, which is over and above the Plus subscription, where you get like a personal coach who is going to help you, guide you, crack the exam that you've been targeting, along with preparation for other management exams as well, with expert guidelines and test analysis of the same. Uh, the CAT value offering or that is there as of now for an academy is where we have the iconic CAT 2021 subscription, where we have different batches, we have test series, special classes, practice section, and educators. So yep, that's also there. The cost to this subscription for the plus is for a year it's about 17,500 or 1,400 a month. You can use my code GCOD to get additional 10% discount. Iconic subscription, which I would ideally suggest, is the best deal here because well, I don't think there is anything right now in the country on a net tech platform where you also get like a full personalized one-on-one coaching thing at such a cost, and the amount of and along with so many benefits and advantages. For one sorry, for 1 year it is 30,000 or 2,500, and you can use my code GCOR to get additional 10% discount. Just some of the people who cracked CAT 2020 on the Unacademy app, Unacademy, with using the help of Unacademy Plus subscriptions, and you could definitely be one of them. The percentiles are great, the score is great, and these are some of the batches which they have attended. These are some of the best educators of our country whom these classes were given by, and we have absolute weekday batch which started on 28th of Jan. We have a practice with 1,000 questions for CAT 2021, which started yesterday, the 30th of Jan. There's one starting tomorrow, which is your late night batch, weekday batch for CAT, your second batch 2.0. We have the final revision batch for CMAT, which is happening starting tomorrow, and then we have the Achievers batch, which is your 3D Word PR sessions, which is your 3.0, the third batch for this, which starts on 2nd Feb. So do check it out and enroll for them on the Unacademy app. We have something called the Unacademy Champions League, which is almost going to start in an hour. Happens happening today between 5 to 7. So definitely go ahead and check it out. You can use my code GCO to unlock it, and you can win prizes worth rupees 50,000 plus, which includes Amazon vouchers and a 1 month subscription to Unacademy Plus subscription. Yep. So, what exactly is in speaking? In speaking, there are three parts. First part is where your examiner will introduce him or herself and ask general questions of familiar topics. In part two, you will be given a task card on a particular topic and include key points that you should talk about. In part three, the examiner will ask you questions which are connected to the topics discussed in part two. So, guys, let's begin part one. See, these are the topics that you're going to talk about. So, how you're going to introduce and how is it going to be like? This is a practice section. So, what I'm going to do is right now we're just going to practice it. Once we do like a full length walk, we'll try doing it together where I also show you how we answer the question. Yep.
Absolutely, computer has become an inevitable device for the current generation, and I use it each and every day without fail, right from my office work to my personal work. I really need computer and I use it. Yeah, I said earlier, I use it each and every day, and I think it ranges between 8 to 10 hours per day. Yeah, I know it's big time, but I do have work, and then I spend few hours for my studies as well, for which I require a computer. I do a number of activities using computers. Firstly, I use computer or use my laptop for my work. That's the major thing. Then I use it for my studies. Maybe I think couple of hours a day. Sometimes, I mean, not frequently, but then I use it for watching movies in Netflix. Uh, I really cannot imagine my day without a laptop or a computer. I think computer has become an impossible or an unavoidable thing in my life. So I think it's very important for me, and yeah, it's very very important. Since I work for a software background, I work in a software background. I knew a lot of computer skills. I mean, apart from the basic ones like the Microsoft Office, scripting, and programming, I also know other tools, and I know a bit of web page designing as well.
Yep. So this was your part one. You had to speak for about 2 to 3 minutes. Did you see the kind of way she was talking about how you were using computers? How often do you use computers? What kind of activities involved? She had to speak about on all the topics that were being mentioned here, and you just need going on and keep telling about. The examiner would be prompting you. They will be keep asking you. It will be like a conversation, so you don't have to get really stressed because it's not at one stretch. It is going to be like a conversation, a two-way thing where the examiner and the person, the examinee will sit and talk, and they will keep asking you questions. You need to keep answering them. So this is part one, which is there. There's a part two. What is this part two? Your part two is where you need to do like a full length topic where you have to describe a new public place or a building you would like to visit. And these are some of the key aspects of the topic where you need to talk about it, because that's where they're checking your fluency, how well you can speak in English. They're talking like you're being checked on that. You're being checked on how well you can form your thoughts, the coherence, right? So that's what they're going to check, and you're explaining why you would like to visit. So let's hear how what she has to say.
Uh, Okay, I would talk about the place which creates a lot of knowledge. It's none other than the library. You might ask me why I'm interested to go to a library. First of all, I'm a bookworm. I love to read. That's one reason. And secondly, there's a new library which is the National Library opened near my place, which has a vast collection of books, right from fiction and biographies. And even I could take my kids because I heard that they have a separate session for the kids in a separate floor, and they do have some activities as well. So these are some of the reasons why I would wanted to go. Why I would want to go. And apart from that, like I would like to teach my kid or give some knowledge to my kid through practical experience. So reading is one good habit which I could teach my kids. That is one of the reasons that I would like to go to a library. And this library, I first I heard about this library because of my daughter's school. They said that there is some program happening for the kids, and this is a new library that has been opened. So I went. I'm planning to go there maybe next week or the following week. I think like reading. This library has a lot of features. Like it is a 8 floor building, and each floor has a different type of books. And I was really surprised to know that they have a variety of autobiographies, like maybe more than 10,000 books. I'm really surprised, and I'm very excited to know what kind of autobiographies they have. I would surely go and spend at least a whole day to explore all those things.
Well, guys, did you hear what she was talking about? How she talked about the library, what it is like, where it is, how she got to know about the place and why she would like to visit it. She talked about the library. It was a new public place which was opened up near her National Library. It opened near her house. That's why she talked about it. See, all the topics that are going to come are going to be coming from your own experience. So you don't have to worry about something that, oh, I might not know this, because it will be inspired from your life some way or the other. You need to make the topic inspire from one way or the other. You have to, that's how you use your creativity, you use your fluency, gather your thoughts, and then you begin. Yep. This is the topic discussion. So the topic that talk about the public building. Now this is like a follow-up discussion where again now it's going to be a one-on-one thing. That was your only a monologue sort of thing where only you were speaking about it. Here it's going to be like an examiner examinee thing where the examiner is asking you a question and answering. Yeah. Let's hear this, and this in this we end with our speaking topic, and then after that we move on to the next section.
Hmm. Public buildings are important. Yeah, public buildings are important because those buildings have libraries, community centers, museums, and sometimes you can even hold or you can even organize some events. So I think they're important, and they should not be procrastinated. Yeah, they need public buildings because, as I said, they have to organize some events for the people who live in that community. Well, so this might be it might be available in a cheaper option rather than booking some hotels or other places which might cost an arm and a leg. Therefore, I think like this is very important, and people in this community or in that community would find it easy to go because it's nearby. That's one reason. In India, people usually visit library, museums, and there are a few exhibitions held during the summer holidays and the term breaks. So people used to go for that, and these kind of events takes place in some of the public buildings, and some political talk shows also happen, very rarely. In my personal opinion, I feel the location is the primary factor that is required for a public building. It's because, as I said, people who live near that would prefer to go there rather than looking out for some place which is not, which is very far and you have to travel. So that's one thing. It's because like people nowadays are worried about time and they don't want to waste time traveling to a longer distance. And then comes the facility. Facilities are equally important because you need, if you are going to conduct a sports event or if you're going to conduct a yoga class, you need facilities like showers, proper restrooms, and locker facilities. So these things are required, which I think is the next important thing after the location. And finally, I would say the design. I mean, design wise, it's like people look for design when they are going to conduct any personal event. I don't think, if not, people will not be worried about it much. And it's like, I mean, I don't really think it's important. Um, you see, like appearance makes a difference. I mean, people have a delusion that something which appears good is good in inward as well. But I'm not a person who thinks that way. But if you ask me of a house or my own house, I would really look for a good appearance. But for a public building, I really don't prefer, or I mean, that's my least preference, or I really don't even mind about the appearance. Yeah, this is an important question. Preserving old buildings are very important. For example, there are a lot of temples in my country which are older. I mean, which are built in 19th century or 18th century. I'm not very sure, but these temples hold very important. And these are important part of my country because it expresses the culture and the antique architecture that happened. So it's always good to preserve these kind of old buildings through some renovation activities rather than building new ones. I think it's important to have or preserve your older things because if you will not, your next generation will not be able to have sight of these things if you don't preserve them. I mean, there is no point crying over a spoiled milk later on.
So, guys, this was the last of the speaking section. With this, we complete the speaking section, and it took us about 11. So it takes about 11 to 14 minutes, depending on how fast or slow you speak. And well, all in all, it's a 15-minute part, and then with this, you complete it. You say thank you, and you can move out. So you just heard the way he was speaking. It was well structured, it was concise, it was her sentences were coherent, she did not fumble, she spoke the right kind. Even it takes, we understand that it takes time to build your thoughts and in your head, and then flow it out of your mouth. So the timing that goes with that, it should be like a fraction of a second, shouldn't take you longer than. So that's how swift and fluent you need to be. We will be practicing more such sections, but right for now, thank you so much. I'll have my next sessions on reading and writing for academic training. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to use my code GCOR. Take care. Bye bye.